Are you serious? You didn't know it was different types of graphic design? You just thought it was one type of graphic design, didn't you? They fooled you. We're going to talk about it. Check it out. And I'm back. What's the deal? Yeah, I got a do-rag on because I need a haircut. Get over it. How y'all doing, man? I'm V. I'm your host for today. And today we're going to talk about the different types of graphic design. Now, there's many different types of graphic design, but when people normally talk about graphic design, they just say graphic design and act like it's everything, but it's not. It's not. These are spread across different roles and different types of graphic design. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. The first type of graphic design is the brand identity graphic designer. This person relies heavily on feel and aesthetic. As a brand graphic designer, you're going to make sure that the company that you work for or the company that you create has a certain feel to it. For example, just say I had a company called Angry Man TV, right? And Angry Man TV, for my graphic design, I don't want anybody laughing. I want the feel to be angry or vice versa. You know, like I want the feeling. So when you see all my graphics, it's gonna be something mad. The colors are gonna represent mad. The color's gonna be red because red represents angry. The color's gonna be red. There's gonna be no blue. Blue represents calm. No blue, all red and black and white. And every picture that you see in my graphic design is gonna be the mad face emoji or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's brand identity graphic design. Now this graphic design also provokes the font that the company uses, whether it be elegant, very bold, thin, light, heavy. You know, these types of things all go into brand identity graphic design. Now that, you know, that includes what type of social media images they post, what type of flyers they send out, you know, what's on these flyers. All that is included in brand identity. Now that's just one. The next type of graphic designer is the marketing and advertisement graphic designer. Now this type of graphic designer is going to follow the rules of the brand identity graphic designer, but this graphic designer makes flyers, pamphlets under those brand identity guidelines, and he makes them look visually appealing according to those guidelines. You get flyers, pamphlets, vehicle wraps, postcards, social media posts, infographics, PowerPoint presentations, banners, billboards, all that. That's the marketing and advertisement graphic designer. That's what he does. Now that's two types of graphic designers. You still don't know that there's more than one type of graphic designer? Let's move on. The third type of graphic designer is the user interface graphic designer. This graphic design is normally labeled as UI UX. Now this person is the person who not develops the apps, but the icons and the flow of how the website or app looks. So say you have a bodybuilding app. This bodybuilding app needs a banner at the top. It wants to have button 1 to be chest day, button 2, leg day, button 3, arm day, button 4, core day. That's what this UI UX graphic designer does. Now that's very specific, but that is a type of graphic design. And obviously, with everybody using apps nowadays, you need that type of graphic designer. Because if I'm a logo graphic designer or marketing and advertisement graphic designer, this doesn't fall within the realm of what I really do, right? That's why it's different types of graphic designers. Let's keep going. The fourth type of graphic designer is the publication graphic designer. Now this type of graphic designer is very specific to basically books and articles. This type of graphic designer is the one who says that, hey, this first column should be words, it should be a picture here, and then it should be a little paragraph there, then it should be another picture here. That's what this type of graphic designer does. He also does like the cover for books. You got a picture right here, the title should be down here, or the title should be up here, or the title should be off to the side and the picture should be off to the side and the middle should be blank. This publication graphic design is very key too, because for one, you have to like words, because words make some people nauseous. Some people don't read nothing, they YouTube everything. But you have to like words, and then you have to have a feel for how people read and how people see things. Like, you're supposed to read from left to right. However, sometimes you read from right because there's a picture here, you read from right, and then the next column comes left. You see what I'm saying? But you have to understand the flow of how things work, and that's what the publication graphic designer does. The fifth type of graphic designer, yeah, we're still going. We're still going. The fifth type of graphic designer is the packaging designer. Now, this person is the person who designs the labels for brands. Like, I've done some packaging design in my life, so people need labels. Just say you got a bottle of barbecue sauce, right? The barbecue sauce needs the logo. It needs to understand where the other words with this logo is gonna go. It needs to understand the imagery for the product, and it also needs to understand where the ancillary words are gonna go, like the description, or if it has nutrition facts on the side, and how that label is gonna be printed, and the graphic designer needs to understand these things. Also, along with that is color. The packaging graphic designer does not have to design the logo, but he has to understand what goes along with the logo. If I have a red logo, I do not want to slap black words on top of it, because black is hard to read on top of red. Those types of things. So the packaging graphic designer is also a thing. Like, if I work for, just think Kellogg's, right? All these cereal products. Somebody has to put these pictures together, the front, back, and sides, top and bottom, to make sure that this is appealing, and they change it all the time. So packaging graphic designers are a real thing, and they are needed for everyone who has a physical product, and sometimes even a virtual product. That's what packaging design is. Let's keep going. Sixth type of graphic designer that I could think of, this is off the top of my head, is the motion graphics graphic designer. Now, this person is the person who does the lower thirds that I was talking about in one of my earlier videos, you know, the words that pop up across the bottom of the screen. This person does slight imagery that you know, you can, I do this and something pops. You know what I'm saying? That type of graphic design. I'm gonna do it for you. You saw Clay Visions just popped out? That's that type of graphic design. So the motion graphic design is very needed, because for a video, obviously, I can't write on it and it's not still. I would like things to move and keep going. The motion graphic designer also has to understand things like what the video was about. If the video is about people passing away, I don't want to use big bold letters to make it seem like, this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand these types of concepts to be a motion graphic designer. It's not just, anybody just can't do these jobs. It takes years of practice, experience, and knowledge to do these jobs. However, everybody thinks graphic design is just one thing. It's not. It's not, I promise you. The next type of graphic design is the environmental graphic designer. Now, this person that beautifies a physical place, right? If I have a gardening store, I would like to have images of flowers and trees on my walls. Somebody has to do that. It don't just pop up there by itself. Somebody got to do it. And that's what this type of graphic designer does. He does the lettering on the walls for your company's name. He does the branding within the environment. You know, this is almost like an interior decorator with graphic design, if that makes sense. I know, for one, I don't like environmental design. I'm not good at it. and I don't want to do it. So that's what I'm saying. There's different types of graphic design. Just because somebody say that they're a graphic designer does not mean that they're a graphic designer across the board. Let's keep going. The last one that I could think of is like the graphic designer. Like this one to me is my favorite because it allows you to be as artistic as possible. This graphic designer is the designer of like video game characters, right? The background, just like fun posters. You can have like Mario versus Sonic, you know what I'm saying? Face to face, and then in the middle, Superman breaking them up or Goku breaking them up. This type of graphic design is like my cup of tea. I love this type of graphic design because it's very fun, it's creative. There's nobody telling you that anything is wrong, nothing like that. You just having fun, going crazy with your imagination. So I love this type of graphic design. And I know a lot of people like this type of graphic design. You know, if somebody came to me and said, draw me a character with a super big sword and he has medieval clothes on, but he's a vampire, you know what I'm saying? That type of, what? Hey, you just got me, I'm sold, you know what I'm saying? I'm sold. But enough about me. What type of graphic designer are you? That's a question that you need to ask yourself. That's a question that you need to answer for yourself too. Because you're gonna wanna know what's not fun for you, what's not gonna make you as productive as possible. You're gonna wanna know what lane you wanna fill if you're gonna be doing this. That's my time for today. Like, subscribe, comment, talk to me. Hit me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm here for the conversation. I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.